Good morning, children. This is the time of physics. I was explaining you about the chapter frictional force. Force I have taught you. Half of the portion is frictional force, that also will be starting today. And let me explain you about the frictional force. As you all know, children, I have taught you about the contact force and non-contact force. Contact force, it means in the contact force, a force which can be exerted by an object on another object. In this category, muscular force and frictional force, they are the two main examples. So the frictional force comes in the category of contact force. So in this force, this is the only force which opposes the moving things. Suppose you are riding a bicycle, suddenly you just want to, if you apply brake, the cycle immediately stops. It was moving earlier. Now when you applied brake, it automatically stops. So this is the frictional force which stops the moving object. One more thing, suppose you are playing football and the ball is moving on the ground and it slows down. First it slows down and gradually it stops after covering some distance. So this also is happening itself. You are not applying any force, but the force is already applied which you are not able to see. That force is known as frictional force. Because of the frictional force, it stops immediately. So what do you mean by frictional force? The force which always opposes the motion of one body over another body is called frictional force. So here I will give you some example. Due to frictional force, when the force comes in the contact, the force when it acts between two surfaces which are in contact with each other, the ball moving on the ground slows down and other stops due to frictional force between the ball and the ground. In this case, two surfaces in contact are the surface of the ground and the surface of the ball. These two surfaces are in contact. Frictional force is also known as the force of friction, or just we can say friction. In frictional force, it always acts on a moving object and its direction is always opposite. Always remember, what is the direction? It always opposite to the direction of motion. Since frictional force arises only when the surface of two objects are in touch with each other, therefore frictional force is the example of contact force. Now the next is factors affecting friction. What are the factors? I will explain you. The first factor is the nature of the two surfaces. It means you should know about the nature, whether the surface is smooth or rough. And if the surface is smooth, let me explain you first this one. So you will not feel friction, or if you feel very less friction, you feel as you are going somewhere and suddenly you are stepped on a banana skin. What will happen? You won't be able to walk properly. You will fall down. This happened due to the banana skin, because banana skin is very smooth and very easily you fell down. And because of this only, in our bathrooms we prefer non-skid tiles. Non-skid tiles, their surfaces are rough, they are not smooth. If the surface of the bathroom tiles are smooth, you may fall down very easily, more chances to fall down. So the force with which the two surfaces are pressed together. So again we will study about the dependence of friction on the nature of two surfaces. First, friction is not the same for all the surface. It depends on the smoothness or roughness. One already example I have given you about the smoothness. In smoothness, when the two surfaces are come in the contact, they are smooth, the friction between them will be the less. And as the degree of roughness of the two surfaces in contact increases, the friction also increases. If I'll give you the same example, just see here. You can see this. This also activity, it is shown the friction depends on the smoothness or roughness. See the material required. What do we require? Just see. A brick, a spring balance, a string, and polythene, a piece of jute cloth. The piece of jute cloth is bit rough and the polythene is smooth in texture. So place the brick on the floor, tie the string around the brick and connect it to the hook of a spring balance. Apply a pulling force to the brick by pulling the other end of the spring balance by hand till the brick just begin to slide on the floor. So here, reading on the spring balance, when the brick begins to slide, the reading of the spring balance will give us the magnitude of the force of friction between the surface of the floor and the surface of the brick. The second observation, we will find that the reading of the spring balance is smaller than the first reading of the spring balance when there is no polythene around the brick. When the no polythene around the brick, the reading is less, and when the polythene is there, the more reading will come. It means what will happen? From the observation, we conclude that wrapping of polythene sheets makes the surface of the brick smooth, due to which the friction of the floor decreases. And now remove the polythene sheet from the brick. Now wrap it in a jute around the brick and repeat the same activity again. What you will see? Do you know? The jute balance, when the jute cloth which makes the surface rough, and you will see the less reading. This shows the smoothness of polythene increases the reading and the roughness of jute cloth decreases the reading. Same thing, the smooth surface gives less friction and the rough surface gives more friction. Next is dependence of friction on the surface which two surfaces are pressed together. Friction is caused by the interlocking of irregularities of the two surfaces when one object is placed over another object. Surfaces of objects are pressed together harder by a greater force, then the friction will increase, because pressing together two surfaces of object with greater force will increase the interlocking in two surfaces, and this will become more clear from the following activity. Here also, just see, this is the light box and this is heavy box. Light box will give more pressure and it is easier to push a light box, and it is difficult to push a heavy box because the floor will because it presses the floor harder. This will presses the floor harder and this presses the floor with less force, hence the friction is less, and here the friction is more. Now we will see the types of friction. There are three types: static friction, sliding friction and rolling friction. Now we will understand all the three friction like this. First is static friction. What is static friction? The maximum frictional force present between any two objects when one object just tend to move or slip over the surface of the other object is called static friction. Static friction is a kind of starting friction because an object just tend to start moving. It does not actually move, it start only moving. The object remains static. Static means stationary. In this case, we can just see here wooden block and here is a spring balance. The spring balance, what it is doing? The wooden block, it has a hook. One side you can very well see, and it is attached with the spring balance. And when we try to pull it, what will happen? With a small force, this will exert a force on a wooden block, and the wooden block, however, does not move. First, it does not move. Its motion is being opposed to the floor block. The wooden block, however, does not move because its motion is being opposed by the force of friction, which acts in the opposite direction. As we increase the pulling, if we keep on pulling, what will happen? The wooden block, the friction also goes on increasing. But ultimately, when the applied force becomes the little more than the maximum frictional force, the wooden block just tend to move or slip on the surface on the table. Understood? So this means that the frictional force acting between the wooden block and the tabletop has a maximum value beyond which it cannot increase. So the next is, so we can conclude like this. Static friction comes into play when we try to move a stationary object. Static friction, the object is actually not moving or sliding over the other object. It only tends to move or slide. The next is sliding friction. Sliding friction, the frictional force present when one object moves slowly over the surface of another object is known as sliding friction. Thus, sliding friction comes into play when an object is sliding or moving slowly over another object. Here in this you can see the sliding friction. Wooden block is there, spring balance is there, and this also tabletop. You can very well see what will happen. Like this, what we will do, we will have seen when a certain force is applied by us, the wooden block just tend to move or slip on the table. Let's now increase the force applied to pull the wooden block a little more, means little more by pulling the spring balance more. We will see the wooden block begins to slide, yani means it moves slowly on the tabletop. Sliding friction, it has been the force required to keep the object moving slowly with the same speed it is measured of the sliding friction. It has been found that the force required to keep the wooden block sliding is less than the static friction. So we can say when an object starts sliding, then the friction is less. The one next is rolling friction. You must have seen, children, rolling friction. In our suitcase we see wheel, and your school bags also, the trolleys are there, they always have wheels, and it is easier to to slide when the wheels are there. When an object rolls over the surface of another object, the resistance to its motion is called rolling friction. It always easier to roll than to slide. So rolling friction is much less than sliding friction. Thus rolling surfaces reduce friction. Now we will now describe the activity. You can very well see two books are there. One book is keeping like this on the table and